Hello, and welcome to the Grape Jelly Library, where we love to talk about books. My name is Floss. Thank you for joining me. I always look forward to your visit. Today, The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. The first thought that comes to mind is a parody on Ricky Ricardo and Lucille Ball. Blatty, you have some splaining to do. What did I think of this book? This book right here, this is what my edition looks like. I went into this very frightened and very, very naive. I knew nothing other than a vomit scene. That was it. Somewhere along the line, I got an inclination of something with the crucifix, but I was only 2% sure. So I pushed that thought out of my head and I thought I'll just find out in the book. When I got to that part and that part only, I have to admit, this is how I read that page. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, got it. I didn't let anything sink in. I got the gist. That was good enough for that part only. Those of you who know. Um, there is so many things about this book that I need this author to explain to me. Not because I didn't comprehend what I was reading, simply because it made no sense for it to play out the way that it did. I have my own way of doing things, and although I will give him his props because this is what he has created in his mind based off of, I believe, what had happened to a little boy long, long ago. That's where the idea of this book came, to fruition. Okay, so I just have some problems with this book. I have some problems with why doesn't this devil exit the bedroom? Why does it only stay contained in that room so that the mom, Chris, is able to sit down at the kitchen table and drink her coffee in somewhat peace? I mean, if this was my daughter, I would be hysterical. I would not be thinking, I'm going to pour myself a cup of coffee. I wouldn't be thinking that. Also, is this review going to be a pick this book apart? I don't know. It might be. Yeah, it's going to be. That's the road we're traveling down. That's what it appears to be. So let's just put it in drive and continue on. Um, Okay, so why does the demon only stay contained in that room? Why are people to be able to sit outside of the hallway and like not be frightened to go into this room to confront this demon, this devil? Why are we swabbing the demon's arm? In my understanding, we swab an arm so that if there's bacteria on the skin, when we give an injection, it won't penetrate the skin. So why do we swab a demon's arm? Does are we I just don't know. I don't know. How are we able to tell Regan from the demon? That we are able to grab this demon's arm and take its pulse. Actually take its pulse. It lets us that near. I mean, I think if I'm a demon, you are not coming anywhere near me. You are getting as close to me as I want you to me, and then some shit is going to happen. Why were they able to physically make contact with this demon? I don't know. I came out of this book unbothered. For those of you who were waiting for um, this, oh my God, what did I just read? And blah, blah, blah. And can't believe it. And no, that's not my experience with this book. There's a lot of things that just didn't seem to me. Um, there's a lot of things to me that just didn't jive. Um, Now, am I going to watch the movie? Heck no. Time and time again, people say the book is always better, right? Well, I don't know if that's true. Because I think that like Hollywood has a way of doing fantastic things and leading our imagination in a different direction than we would have taken the story. So, no, I'm not going to watch the movie. I will draw the line at the book. No, I'm not going to watch that movie. No, I'm not. Okay, so let me give this book a rating. Okay, let me give this book a rating. I want to say a 3. I'm going to give this book a 3. I was debating on 4 because I did want to know what was going to happen. I did want to finish it. It did aggravate me in the sense that it was very, very like too psychological, too medical, too. It's it's blatantly obvious what's going on when somebody starts levitating and their body starts contorting into some positions that are really impossible to get oneself in. At that point, I don't think we need psychological help. I think we need an exorcist. And then the whole bit of the mom not believing in God and wanting to know who spoke to my daughter about God. If you don't believe in God, then why did you go the route of priests? And the whole bit of the Chris, the mom, wanting to know who put the crucifix in there, who did that. I mean, she was pretty adamant in wanting to find out who did that. At that point, what what did it what did it matter at that point? I find that it would have been more beneficial, and maybe more uplifting. I don't know, than anything that was aggravating to the point where I needed to find out who would do such a thing. I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. If my daughter was possessed, there would be no eating, there would be no drinking, there would be no um civility. There would just not, it would be pandemonium until we got this thing figured out. And to me, it seemed like, oh, when they said for like Chris, don't be in the room, to me, I felt like Chris was not really ever in the room. And then when they actually told her, don't go in there, then all of a sudden she needed to go in there. I don't know. And then the whole, like, how do we want to say it? I'm not afraid of the word. It is what it is. The whole poop thing. The whole poop thing. Was that just to like, I don't know, gross another person out? What do you think? 3, 4, 3, 4. I'll do it. Until we meet again, know that I love you. Don't let those bad days win. And when you dream, make sure you're dreaming